What up, family? It's Sport Dash 20 Merrily. It is 9:37 a.m. in my city, Chicago. Wonderful Wicked Wednesday, January the 7th, 2026. 100% on my phone. You know, Mary McNamara, if you're a real gay or lesbian person, um, and you're in a real relationship and not a situationship, you love your partner, your significant other, the love of your life, whether you're gay or not. You got to remember John chapter 8, verse 44. They said, the devil is, full of confusion and things of that nature or whatever and stuff. But back to what I'm saying. When I was in a relationship and I thought I was in love, with my ex-girlfriend, Luana Joy Jacobs, we used to walk around like a straight couple. Because, I wanted people to know I love her. You understand? It's my girl. You understand? Real talk. I don't have nothing against gays, this, that, and the third or whatever. It's the ones that do strange things for a little bit of change and then give you some things. And then next thing you get back to your partner or whatever the case, even though you ain't supposed to be cheating on your partner. But when I do stuff to make it a learning experience. Because I'm a Mac. I'm a teacher. That's what a Mac is. A teacher. I'm not a pimp. I'm not a, weirdo. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Um, I'm a, originated rap since the age of 8, 1975. You got to remember, older people mess my generation around. And now my generation is messing this new generation around. And then the new generation going to mess the next generation around. So I'm trying to break the curse. But of course, you got a lot of people that get paid to, infiltrate and sabotage and keep up mess and stuff. So I can't get this message out to prevent, stuff from happening. COVID could have been prevented had people listened to me. A lot of people would have still been alive. Not saying they did or not, because I'm not God. I don't know what's going on as far as that. But a lot of people will still be around. If we don't see them, we just assume they dead or in prison or something like that. They'll still be around. Had people taking heed to what I'll be trying to tell them and stuff. I don't think I'm a psychic. I just think God used me, and I'm aware of what's going on because I am the center. I am the game that my face card is what people are using to come up off of. You got to remember, I never had a new car, never had a real day at the spa. One time when I was homeless, they used my face to get funding or whatever and, rub my feet a little bit or whatever. But I'm talking for real, for real. Never had no real vacation without some pedophile stuff, involved or me trying to figure out what's going on, visiting my foster parents, back in the day, they trying to cover up something they have done to me or whatever, But as far as back to, if you're a real lesbian gay person and you in a relationship, that's cool. You understand what I'm saying? But you got a lot of gay acting people out here just trying to get the gay money because real gays and lesbians, we are marketable. You understand? Real talk. And remarkable. But sometimes, we get caught up in the mix of some shit. And that's why I'm trying to get up out this mess I'm in, especially this trap building. It's 941. And yes, I am the bomb. Y'all messed this up this time. I believe the bombs will drop. White people, they are on a different, Kendrick Lamar said, they not like us. They not like us. And that's the truth. This the 3. You understand what I'm saying? Be yourself. This the 11. That's why I'm number 1 twice. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't red for nothing, nigga. And this the 15. Step your game up, P.